A lot of times the question gets asked about buyer's agency, and basically when you're working with buyers, how do they know they're getting a good deal on the house? You know, we've gone through the highest real estate peak in U.S. history. We've gone through the lowest peak in U.S. history, almost to the point of the Great Depression. So buyers are very concerned that if they buy an apartment, a co-op, a condo, or a small house, or or even an extremely expensive house, $2 or $3 million house, the major concern is that your property values are going to sink immediately after you purchase it, even if you think you're getting a good deal. So that all kind of alludes into the buyer's representation. Typically, if you're coming out from the city or if you're buying locally, if you go out and look at houses with a realtor and you haven't gone over representation, they are representing the seller, and they cannot give you that information that you're really looking for. They can't give you the comparable sales on the property. They can't. They will have to disclose anything that's seriously wrong, but they don't have the due diligence checklists that the buyer's representative will. So it's really imperative to work with them. Sometimes when you're looking at a house, if you're working with a seller's agent, the house may be on for $450, and they know that you can get it for $440 or around there. So you come in with an offer of $440. Whereas a buyer's agent will be able to tell you where the comps are selling, and basically tell you, look, the owners seem more motivated, let's come in with a lower offer, $420. So potentially saving you thousands of dollars. Buyers on Long Island get very afraid of buyer's agency because they think it locks them in, when in fact you do not have to sign a contract to lock in a buyer. You can just work with myself or anybody else as a buyer's agent. When doing so, you're not paying them a commission. Your offer that you submit is basically minus the same amount of commission they'd be getting from the sellers anyway. So there's no hurting you in working with as a buyer's with a buyer's representative. Sometimes some of them will ask for contracts. I rarely do because it really does lock down a buyer. Let's say you want to buy in a different area, it really ties you to that agent, and they might not have that experience. So you can always say you want buyer's representation, but you do not have to sign a contract, and you're not, it's not like you owe somebody, a commission, even if you don't buy a house from them. So it's something that is overlooked. It's around the country. If you're purchasing in Florida, Arizona, California, any other state, you only work as a buyer's representative. However, it's not hit Long Island and Manhattan as much as it has across the country. So it's imperative to work with a buyer's rep.